Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to make the perfect fried oysters using these little beauties right here, along with a ranch style sauce, but I'm going to add some fresh ramps to it. We're going to call it a ranch sauce. All right, we're going to start with the breading for the fried oysters, and it may seem like the least interesting part of the dish, but it's actually pretty important. So let's knock that out. We're going to start with some cornmeal. This is kind of more on the finely ground side of things. All right. Now we're going to add some instant flour. This is Wondra. It helps promote a nice crispy crust on the oyster, and that's exactly why I use it. Now I'm going to add some baking powder. I add it because it reacts to the buttermilk that the oysters are going to be soaking in, and that reaction forms these little microscopic little bubbles on the surface of the fried oyster. It gives it a really nice crunch. Now we need to season this breading, so I'm going to add a little bit of sea salt and some freshly ground black pepper. There. Now I'm just going to give this a little whisk to incorporate all of the ingredients evenly. There, perfect. Now we're going to put this aside and we're going to work on our ranch sauce. We're going to start with a little sour cream. Make sure I get all of it. Perfect. Now, mayonnaise. There. Oh, that was easy. Great. Now we're going to season these two items, the base of our sauce, okay, with some fresh dill and fresh parsley, both finely chopped. Go right on in here. Next up, we're going to want some Dijon mustard. That looks good. Don't need too much. Perfect. Then a little bit of salt and freshly ground black pepper. And black pepper. There we go. One of the last things we need are the fresh ramps. So let me show you how to clean some, cut them up, and we'll get them in the bowl. Okay, the first step here is you gotta cut off the root end right here. Just cut the root off. You can see that, okay? And then there's just kind of like this outer skin. All you have to do is pull it off like that. It's really, really, really easy, okay? You still need to rinse them off though. There's some grit on the leaves and especially on the stalk. Here, just some gentle cold water will do the trick. Just like this. And to dry them off, you know, you can use paper towels, a salad spinner if you have more than just the few that I have in my hand. I typically just shake them. Just like that. Yeah, that looks good. Beautiful. Time to chop them up. For those of you guys who do not know what ramps are, they are part of the allium family, so they're onions. They're also called wild leeks. You can find them for sale at farmers markets online. They're wonderful. You can't get this flavor from any other item. They're just fantastic. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna use the leaves and I'm gonna finely chop them, kind of like I did with the parsley and the dill. The bulbs, I'll probably use one of the bulbs, okay? But with whatever bulbs you don't use, you can end up freezing them or use them in something else. Cut them up like onions and saute them with some eggs or whatever. They'll also stink up your entire house. My wife hates them. I love them. Man, these guys, they stink. They smell great, man, but I don't think you want your entire house smelling like them, seriously. I actually keep mine in a cooler outside. That's how smelly they are. There, that looks good. Let's bring the bowl back over here. I'm throwing in, I don't know, that's probably a hefty tablespoon of ramps. Yeah, a little bit more. Let's start there. We can add a little bit more later if we want more flavor. So carefully just mix all of these ingredients together until they're evenly incorporated. Now, the sauce is a little thick for me. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit of buttermilk to the bowl. That's probably a tablespoon right there. Just gonna stir it in until I get my desired consistency, okay? I want it a little bit looser, but I don't want it runny. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. All right, this is gonna taste best if you let it rest for a couple of hours before you use it, but I'm gonna give it a little taste right now. Wow, it was good. Just for good measure here. I'm going on overload. Yeah, that's it. That's right there. So I'm gonna put this aside. We're gonna start breading and frying some oysters, okay? Then we'll taste everything. Alrighty, I have some shucked oysters resting in about a cup of buttermilk. This is a full jar, just for reference. And my oysters of choice, well, they're Wandering Waiter oysters from White Stone Oyster Company. This is a local Virginia business. I love supporting local businesses. They're straight from the Chesapeake Bay, and they have a very unique growing process. So I urge you guys to read more about them. There's a link down below. Check them out. They are delicious, and they're uniform in size, so they're perfect for frying. I'm gonna grab some of these oysters and just drop them right in to the breading, just letting some of the buttermilk kind of drip off of them. We'll do 4 at a time. How about that? Perfect. Now, dry hand. I'm gonna go in, tossing them around, get them nice and evenly coated. Yeah, these are looking pretty good. Check this out. It's a pretty good even coating. Nice. Now it's time for the hot oil. Just give them a little shake, get that excess breading off of them, and then slowly drop them in to the oil. This oil is 350 degrees Fahrenheit, all right? And it's a neutral flavored oil. I'm using corn oil because it's pretty inexpensive and it's what I had on hand. We're gonna fry them for about a minute. 30 seconds each side is good. When they're nice and golden brown, they're ready to come out. What do you guys think about that? Those look pretty good, yeah? It's really important that you try to maintain 350 degrees Fahrenheit through the entire frying process. If the oil gets too cold, your oysters are gonna get greasy. Too hot, the outside cooks before the inside can. So, yeah. Man, that looks fantastic. I cannot wait to dig into these guys. All right. Really, the only thing left to do is season them. So I'm gonna take a little bit of sea salt here. Just give them a little extra on top. You can toss them in a bowl too if you want to, but this is fine for me. Now we're just gonna build our platter over here. All right, just a couple more. We have a few extra on the tray. It's all good. That looks great. Okay, ramp sauce. Gotta add a little to this bowl right here so we can dip our oysters in it. This sauce smells amazing. God, these two things together here, these fried oysters, fried Wandering Waiter oysters. This ramp sauce. Here we go. Taste test. Moment of truth. Still super crunchy. These oysters have been sitting here for like 5 minutes while I've been getting ready. Absolutely incredible. Delicious. Perfect combination. Give it a try. I'll catch you next time.